howdy, or otherwise, the official greeting when you're wearing this style of hat is, hi Barbie, hi Ken. So, word of caution for today's story. I got this book as part of a Goodwill grab bag. There was a clear plastic bag, it was like $2, and it had a bunch of girl-oriented books slapped together. This book was tucked in the middle, so I didn't have a chance to read it before I purchased the bag. Hey, for $2, what do you want, right? So when I pulled the book out and decided to do today's video, I kind of erroneously thought that because it's a Barbie book, an official Barbie book, that it would be fairly benign because it's children's media. The story kind of gets weirdly dark, and it kind of involves dog abandonment, puppy abandonment, negligent behavior of a dog owner, and an incident where a dog eats something that the dog absolutely positively should never eat, and like nothing at all is done about it. And that kind of shocked me because usually Barbie books are either super benign or have a really good moral to them. This is kind of shockingly neither. The only thing I can come up with as an excuse is that this is an early Barbie book, so my childhood, like late 80s, early 90s style of art. So I'm not going to lie and say that the world was different. It really was not. We knew better back then. There were even commercials about what not to do with a dog. So this kind of shocked me. If you're not in the headspace for a story involving really negligent behavior of a dog owner, click this video off, and there's going to be other videos on my Codename Sailor Earth Bedtime Stories playlist that are far better than this. So, you know, if this is not for you, because I wasn't in the headspace for this, but I ended up finishing the video anyway somehow. If you're not in the headspace for it, you're not going to hurt my feelings. There's other videos on YouTube. Go ahead and pick one. If you'd like to hear the story and make your own opinions, by all means, thank you for your patronage, and I'll start reading the story right away then. Thank you. Barbie, a picnic surprise. I put stickers to cover up an old pen mark that was there. A Picnic Surprise, written by Leslie McGuire, illustrated by Art and Kim Ellis. From Golden Book. Barbie, what are we bringing to eat on the picnic? Skipper asked as she and Ken walked into the kitchen. Chicken, potato salad, brownies, and lemonade, Barbie answered. I made everything myself. Looks great, said Ken, lifting the cloth that covered the basket. Smells great, too. Can I have a quick taste? Your quick taste would be the entire chicken, said Barbie, laughing. The point of a picnic is to eat the food when you get there, not before you leave. I'm glad we have our bathing suits on underneath our clothes, said Skipper. We can go swimming in the lake right away. I even brought my lucky fishing pole, said Ken. Barbie, Ken, and Skipper put everything into the car, and off they went. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. What a perfect day for a picnic, said Barbie as they drove up into the mountains. Oh, look, said Skipper when they got to the picnic area. There are 2 deer. Sure enough, standing by the edge of the woods was a beautiful doe and her baby. I bet they want to eat our picnic lunch, said Ken. Don't be silly, said Barbie. Deer don't like chicken and potato salad. That's because they've never had any of your chicken and potato salad, said Ken as he unloaded the car. Curiously, on the side of the road, in front of wild animals who would totally eat the chicken and potato salad. Ken found a great spot to put down their picnic basket. It was under a tree, right next to the lake. Let's go swimming, said Skipper. Let's go in one of those boats, said Barbie. Let's do both, said Ken. The 3 of them climbed into a rowboat and rowed to the middle of the lake, and did not check to see if that boat belonged to anyone ever. "Hey, look," said Skipper. "There's a float." "I have an idea," said Barbie. "Ken, why don't you row us over to the float? I'll teach Skipper how to dive." "I'd love that," said Skipper, jumping out of her seat. The rowboat almost tipped over. "Whoa," said Ken. "Don't start diving yet." "Ken, you can do a little fishing while Skipper practices," said Barbie. After Barbie and Skipper climbed onto the float, Ken rowed back to the middle of the lake. "Here's what you do," said Barbie. "Stand with your feet together and your toes on the edge of the float." Skipper did exactly what Barbie said. "Now bend at the waist," Barbie went on, "and point your hands down at the water. Then fall in." And this illustration looks like she was trying to down one of her sisters, and this is probably why Tootie was never seen again. Skipper broke the water with a big splash. "Almost perfect," said Barbie. "Now try again." After Skipper had been practicing for a while, Ken rowed over to the float. "Look what I caught," said Ken. Barbie and Skipper burst out laughing when Ken pulled an old boot from the bottom of the rowboat. "Is that what you catch when you're supposed to use your lucky fishing pole?" Skipper asked. "We should cook it up for supper." "That would be terrible taste. That would taste terrible," Ken said as he made a face. "But speaking of supper, I'm starved. Let's go back to shore and eat." "I worry about you, Skipper. I worry about you a lot." But when they got back to shore, something terrible had happened. The picnic basket was lying on its side. The napkins were blowing away in the breeze. The potato salad was all over the blanket, and a pile of crumbs was the only trace left of the brownies. "This is why you don't leave all your food on the side of the road in the wilderness when you have already spotted animals." Dum, dum, dum. "Oh no," said Skipper. "Our picnic is ruined." "What a mess," said Ken. "Look," shouted Barbie. "That's who wrecked our picnic." Ken and Skipper looked. There at the edge of the woods was a little dog with their chicken in its mouth. "Oh my God, don't you ever give dogs chocolate? What are you thinking? This dog needs to go to a vet right now. That's poisoning." "Why are you happy?" "Stop," yelled Ken. But of course the little dog took right off into the woods. "Come back with our chicken," shouted Skipper. The three of them ran after the dog. They chased it around bushes, over fallen trees, and across a little stream. "I am deeply concerned." Just when Barbie thought she was close enough to grab the little dog, it disappeared into a hollow log. "Why bother?" Ken panted as he caught up with her. "We can't eat the chicken now anyway." "Yuck," said Skipper. But Barbie wasn't thinking about the ruined picnic anymore. She was looking inside the log for another reason. "This isn't just any dog," said Barbie. "This is a mother dog, and she had puppies. Oh my God, a vet with all of you. Please do not tell me that any of them ate the brownies." Sure enough, inside the log were 4 of the cutest puppies they'd ever seen. The mother dog crawled out and gave Barbie's hand a lick. "I'm begging you, please take this to Pet Dr. Barbie." "Stop playing with the dogs and get help." "Ooh," said Skipper, "these puppies are so cute. Can we take them home?" "I don't think so," said Barbie. "Why not?" asked Skipper. "I'd take care of them, and I know we could give them a really good home." "I think they already have a home," said Barbie. "See, here's a tag. This dog's name is Princess, and I bet her owner is very worried about her." "I'm very worried too." Ken went back to the blanket and got the empty picnic basket. They put all of the puppies in the basket and headed back to the car. When they drove by a phone booth, Barbie stopped to call the number that was on Princess's tag. The dog's owner, Mrs. Wells, told them how to find her house and then said, "Thank you. I'm so glad you found her." "Thank goodness you're all right, Princess." "No, she is not. I think she ate brownies. Please get her to a vet," Mrs. Wells said when Barbie handed the dog to her. "You've been gone for 3 whole weeks. I've been so worried about you. Try looking in the woods next time." Then she turned to Barbie, Ken, and Skipper. "Princess is a show dog, and she doesn't like anyone to make a fuss over her puppies. This is the third time she's run off to have puppies in the woods. Oh, so this is repeat negligence. I hate you. I hate you so much, Mrs. Wells. You know what? Instead of taking the dog to negligent Mrs. Wells, who routinely allows this to happen, and this is the third litter that have gone missing in the woods where, I don't know, a bear could have eaten them, how about we make a telephone call to a local animal welfare league and have a responsible grown-up adopt Princess and all 3 litters of puppies you keep doing this to, you monster. This is not Din-Din time. This is not Din-Din time. Oh my God, have the dogs checked. After a bath, no. Princess looked a lot more like a show dog than she had that morning. While Skipper played with the puppies, Mrs. Wells prepared a delicious lunch to make up for the picnic Princess had taken. In fact, she fed them cold chicken, potato salad, brownies, and lemonade. I bet you put raisins in the potato salad. I'm right! Those are raisins in the potato salad. No! No, you do not put raisins in potato salad, you monster! Take these poor innocent lambs and a poor innocent mama to a vet and make sure they ain't got no poisoning from the brownies. Don't let the child eat chocolate with the dogs. When they got in the car, Mrs. Wells said, as a reward for finding Princess, you may have one of her puppies. Come and pick one out, and in a few weeks when they're a little older. Yes, Princess, I'm going to give your children away. Yes, as payment for you running away to have as many as possible. Oh, thank you, Barbie, Skipper, and Ken said together. You see, said Barbie as they drove home, our picnic didn't turn out the way we planned. It turned out even better. I trust no person in this page at all with a dog. I'm begging anybody watching this video, please never give any dog ever a brownie, any type of brownie, especially not the special ones. Please, have a little more brain than whoever wrote this Barbie book.